Alrighty, so we are here today to discuss behind the scenes and all that jazz of our short film, Another Space in Time.
Yep,
So, Emmett, how are you today?
I'm pretty good.
That's good. We've made a couple short films together for this. Oh, maybe did we just make that one before
Probably
this?
just that one that was actually structured like a short film.
Structured,
Or,
meaning loosely, it wasn't
yeah,
a very
loosely.
structured story. I noticed that both of our short films have ended very abruptly.
Uh huh.
Of course, like this latest one ends with a joke, so it makes a little more sense than the last one that ended just kind of because we couldn't think of an ending, or we were afraid to film the ending, or we'd need a third person to film the ending of the other one.
Uh huh. But yeah, I mean, I think it works for what it is, because sometimes you can't come up with anything that would really help the flow.
Uh-huh. So yeah, on this short film was of course under a time limit. You'd had 3 days to work on it. We started thinking about what we wanted to do Friday, and earlier on Thursday I had decided that I wanted to try and film whatever idea we came up with in our church basement.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of hoping that no one would be around um, while we were filming. So yeah, we went to church basement on Friday. And yeah, the idea we came up with that day, we toyed with and struggled with the entire day, Friday, into the late hours. I was probably up till 3 that night trying to work it out, but yeah, we ended up scrapping that idea. Whole day wasted.
Uh huh. Because like we had ideas, but just none of it really was feeling right. Kind of with me, like anything, I was able to come up with ideas, but I just the more I thought about it, the more I ended up kind of dreading. So I was glad to see your note in the morning saying you wanted to try something funner.
Yeah, because it was going to be very dramatic.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like I had the experience required to pull off the dramatic
Mm-hmm.
nature of the first film we tried. And yeah, I was a little worried that Saturday morning that if we were even going to be able to do anything, because if when we were filming that first film, I wanted to get everybody up really early for the sunrise to film this one shot I had in my head. But you weren't happy about getting up, I don't think.
I don't know. It was a lot of different things. Like I think being relieved that we weren't gonna do the film, but then being confused as to why we were still filming it.
Well, we weren't filming. I was trying to explain to you that because this shot was the one thing that was kind of driving um,
Creative.
desire, my desire to make that film. I wanted to at least get this shot just to say I got that shot.
Mm.
But yeah, you weren't really in the mood to take direction at the time.
Yeah, I
And,
don't know what was going on. I was just really stressed.
I was afraid I lost your help, your willingness to help with trying to get that stuff shot in the morning, and you had to cool off for a little bit.
Yeah, I had to go chop down a tree. In
Yeah.
part, I didn't get very far because, well, it's hard to chop down a tree.
Uh huh. You got a blister, didn't you?
Yeah, a blister and I hurt my neck.
Oh no.
Well, it didn't really hurt. Just my neck and shoulder muscles were really tense for a few days.
Uh huh.
They're probably stronger now. So yeah.
And I had no ideas at that time for what we were gonna do Saturday
Mm-hmm.
morning, so I just really tried to gave you your space for a little bit, but then I went and asked you if you would just want to hang out in the church basement with me with the equipment, um, the video equipment we'd need, just in case we got a spur of the moment idea. And yeah, it ended up working out that started setting up for something. in one of the classrooms in the basement and started getting an idea for. At first, it was going to be like a crime board, like a detective explaining a crime board, but then started evolving into what it was now, kind of like a more conspiracy theorist gone crazy sort of situation there.
And yeah, I still kind of was trying to keep a creative distance just so that we wouldn't conflict against each other. So you did most of the writing and most of the work.
But yeah, so when we decided what we wanted to do, and I knew that whatever we did, we wanted to use the wipe off board in the classroom, and that we wanted to do something with needing extra wipe off boards, we had to run all the way home for those. So that was our first trip out, and then after that, I think I started getting on a roll with writing, but then that ran over lunch hour. So since I was writing, I gave you my keys to go get us some lunch, some keys and some money. I gave you money too.
We also needed tinfoil.
Yeah, we needed more tinfoil. We got tinfoil when we first went to the house, but for wipe off boards. But yeah, we ran out of tinfoil. When you got back and handed me my keys, I think it was a while after you had handed me my keys, but like a few minutes. But I always joke about how I like how my car drives more than any of the other cars we own. So I was just kind of making a joke like, did she drive like a dream? Because you've never driven my car before.
Nope.
And yeah, you came up with that line on the spot about that you've never driven
a dream.
You've never driven a dream, and I was like, oh no, that has to be written into the script.
Yeah. I'm glad when I can be witty on the occasion.
Yeah. So that line is a credit to you, and you got to say it. So.
Yep.
I don't know why I like why my car drives, or how my car drives so much better than everyone else's. It's just a Ford Explorer. I guess goes to show what the other kinds of cars we drive. The Ford Explorer is the one I like the best.
And
Anyway.
I'm not that big of a car guy, so I don't know all the technicals.
Oh, neither am I.
Well, you know more than me.
Oh, not really. I mean, I'm not a mechanic. Not handy with a car. I know how to change oil. That's it. Really.
Oh well.
Change a tire. Do you know how to change a tire?
I'd probably be able to figure it out.
Okay.
It's one of those things I probably know how to do. I just won't know until I get there.
Never had Dad.
I have had Dad, or I've been there when Dad would give seminars to the other kids. So.
But he's never given you the tire changing lesson?
Nope.
Oh, I'd gone through so many tires because I think when I was your age, I was helping him rebuild that other car. So I changed many tires. You should change a tire. I guess you don't have your own car yet, so maybe when you get your own car, you'll have to change a tire. Yeah, so it took me several hours to write the script, even though because I'm not a very good writer under pressure. I'm not a very good writer when I'm not under pressure, so I was just glad I had some sort of idea to go off of so we could film something.
And I'm not good with coming up with stuff on the spot either.
Yeah, we got interrupted a couple times while we were filming.
Yeah.
It's a small church, so there's not really many people coming down in and out, but there was gonna be a outdoor picnic on Sunday for lunch, so there was some people coming down getting stuff prepared for that. I was just really glad that we were able to come up with something to do. When that morning it was looking bleak, and then by the end of the day we had something filmed and I could get to editing. Especially editing on a new program it was just the second video I'd edited on Adobe Premiere, so that was a good learning experience for that. I don't know how many hours I put in editing on that. It was possibly at least, I don't know, I can't count right now, but yeah, I mean, it was over 12 hours, I'd say, probably.
Yeah, I was very thankful that we're able to get into a fun mood
Uh-huh.
while writing and filming, just kind of joking and playing around and seeing what became of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for us not being too experienced with short films, writing narrative videos, or any videos really, um, I was really satisfied with what we were able to come up with. And I would like to make more, outside of a time limit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was really good motivation um, to create something, having the time limit and the challenge. Seems like when I'm under pressure, even though it feels harder to create something, it's usually better motivation than when you don't have pressure.
Yeah. Helps prevent procrastination.
Yeah, because with all the lost sleep from worrying about the first story we were writing Friday night and then editing Saturday night, we finally got it done Sunday night. I usually go to bed around midnight on weekends, but I was so tired I needed to go. I think I went to sleep at 9:30, and I slept for like 12 hours.
Wow.
Because I had lost so much sleep. But I had completed the mission of um, submitting the short film, so I slept easy, or sleep, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, because the filming process took a while because of occasional interruptions and then, like, pausing to draw the doodles on the wipe-off board. That took a long time.
Yeah, in my head, I was thinking that the doodles would be a lot more extensive and clever, but when it came to it, it was just took way too much time. I didn't really have any ideas or anything drawn out beforehand, so we just need to draw them right there on the ball. The only plan I had was really setting up the ending from the beginning, like making it look like a diamond shape, so I could draw the top inside of the diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really the only planned thing we had on there. Yeah, you got to man the camera and the audio recording. That was another thing. I was a little worried about the editing process, taking a bunch of clips that had audio recorded separately. I was wondering how that was going to go in the editing process, but really it wasn't too bad syncing it up. I think we only had 11 clips that took the audio recorded separately. Then there was a few other clips that didn't have sound by themselves. And then all the clips on the cell phone. Oh yeah, because I wanted to make a stylistic difference for one reason, because it would be a stylistic difference, and the second reason is because the DSLR is on the tripod in the shot with you, so we needed another camera to take the videos of the intern behind the scenes, kind of. So took a lot of the intern shots with just the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I hope that in the future I can create different characters for myself that aren't just crazy people, like, because it was the character I was kind of in for this video, and similar to the character in the How to Train Your Dragon, my list of demands for How to Train Your Dragon 3 are kind of similar. Even though it works, I can get into that kind of crazy role easily, but I hope I don't rely on it too much, so I can find a few different things to go between for videos in the future.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about your character, Emmett?
My character? Uh,
I didn't
like,
really.
did you?
I didn't really write
Yeah.
too much character for your character besides being upset.
And did you write me upset because you were preparing and on the off chance that I was upset?
I don't know if that's what was going through my head. I just thought it would be easier for you to play upset, but you weren't that upset until like we filmed the cell phone footage after we had done all the DSLR footage, so we were rushing that stuff. Like I was trying to direct you really fast and just taking takes as fast as possible. It was a good thing that turned out the way it did. Or I mean, it was still usable. That any of that was even usable, but oh, my stomach just gurgled. I don't know if you could hear that. I ate. Maybe I'm digesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know if playing a grumpy person somehow cheered me up or if I was just feeling more chipper anyway. But yeah, I was able to have fun.
That's good. I wasn't sure how much fun you would have in the morning.
In the morning. Or judging from the morning.
Yeah, judging from the morning. So, do you have any ideas for short films that we could do on our own outside of the contest in the future?
Not at this point.
There's one idea I should share with you. Not here, of course, but when we're done here, and see if you have any ideas, because I feel like it might be an interesting one, but I just probably need to sit down and try to write some stuff out for it. We haven't been very energetic in this, have we? It's probably because we're sitting down. We should stand up.
Stand up.
What? Usually, sometimes it works better if you're more energetic. Of course, we got our hands in our pockets, so we keep rubbing. But, this isn't... I mean, we're almost done now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm a lot louder.
The volume is probably different when we're standing, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds different. That was my toes cracking and cars going by. I wonder how... You probably can't hear the cars that well. Because I was surprised one time when I was filming with this mic, when I thought for sure there was going to be, like, somebody slammed a door out there, and I thought for sure it was going to come up. Yeah, it didn't actually come up on this mic. So that was good.
Yeah.
Got it running through the processing unit now. Didn't have it running through any processing the other time. Wonder what this will do to it.
Yeah. Why do you have a chopstick on your desk?
As a small little thing to change the settings on the back of the Shure
Huzzah.
mic that I got. It's got little switches on the back that changes the settings a little bit. I still don't understand them too well, but yeah, it's got little switches.
Switches.
Mm-hmm. Switches.
Switches.
Switches. Man, how many cars are going by? What are people doing? I don't know if any of that's picking up, but there's just car after car going by on this old country gravel road out there. Don't know what's up with that. Spending a whole day in church basement.
Yeah.
Spitting out alien conspiracy theories. Is that a good thing to be doing in the basement of a church? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Probably been worse things. I don't know.
Probably. What are you doing?
I was trying to figure out what was creaking.
It's floorboards, maybe. Or your feet. The bones in your feet.
Bones.
Bones?
In front of the scenes.
In front of the scenes?
I don't know.
Behind the scenes commentary. Wonder if we should have watched our video again to remind ourselves. What the heck? Anyway, I give a commentary or something.
One little quirk was that when I was trying to make or figure out how to make a tinfoil cap accurately, the way I folded it was kind of weird, where the point was just sticking out of almost the back of my head. And so didn't think it looked quite right. But then when we spun it around, I didn't use enough paper, or not paper. I didn't use enough foil, so there was that opening. So then when we spun it around, I was just thinking it was a failure, and that I'd probably scrap it and make another one when we got more tinfoil. But then when Tucker saw it, he thought it was funny the way my hair stuck out of it. So.
Yeah. I don't know if we ever got a good shot of that, but yeah. Your hair was kind of, there was a wave of your hair poking through that crack in the tinfoil. It's kind of a miserable tinfoil hat. And I don't know if it was very easy to catch that perimeter of tinfoil balls we put around the room, like for protection.
Uh-huh.
That was a nice little touch that you can just see for just a split second. I was proud of that, but I just thought it would be best to leave it hidden as possible.
Uh-huh. Kind of an Easter egg type thing.
Yeah.
And because that's how we worked in the taking off your shoes or putting on your shoes requirement.
Yeah. To film outside the room a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like if I get more practice on writing, I'd probably be able to do something better in the future. Probably on a writing storytelling standpoint. Maybe.
Practice.
Yeah. I'd like to be behind the camera too sometime, but nobody else is comfortable in front of the camera as much as I am.
Uh-huh. I'd probably get there eventually, but usually it's hard to make yourself get into a fun mood.
Yeah.
Unless you're the one in charge, which you usually are in charge. So.
Mm-hmm. Dog.
Doggy bark.
Let's look out the window. What's going on? Whoops. Oh, mail. I don't think I have any packages.
Oh, man. Mommy?
Did Mommy come back?
Yeah, she came because we were together.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Is that a package?
Back. Yeah, for Mom. Like school books or something.
More school books for you? You can't.
Well, actually, for her, because she's been trying to do my algebra with me, but she's been getting behind because it's hard to do since I'm writing in the book. So she got her own book.
Really? So she's going back to school too?
Yep, that's the joy of homeschool.
Mm-hmm. Mom gets to go back to school.
Yeah.
She never went back to school when I was doing homeschool.
Because you were a whiz.
I was a whiz?
I don't know.
Guess I was.
You knew how to handle yourself a little more by yourself. And, I guess I need more help, but then her experience with you taught her that she can't always give help, so she wanted to learn it with me. Yeah. But I actually help her more than she helps me. Oh well.
You should be her teacher.
That's the best way to learn sometimes.
I was a math whiz. Whiz. Even though, what math are you guys in now?
Just the math you see, Algebra 1.
Algebra 1. Yeah. I never got into Algebra 2. I probably stopped at Algebra 1. So, anything else to say about the editing process? So I edited for so long, so many hours.
I stayed up with you the first night for a little while till
midnight or so. Did you leave?
Yeah, I think I got to bed around midnight, so I was hanging out with you more till like 11:30.
Yeah.
Trying to do my own writing.
Yeah, you write a lot more than I do, so I mean, it might come easier to you if you wrote stories, but you want to write your story.
Yeah,
it isn't.
I mean, I've always had a hard time with writing things that weren't already in my head, like writing assignments in school.
Yeah, so did I. We probably skimped out on writing assignments when I was in school. So.
Which it's probably not a good thing that I have learned how to weasel my way out of them, but I mean, I can't really do them that well. I can't think of stuff on the spot.
It's a skill you wish you learned.
Yeah, maybe if I'd learned to deal with it sooner, then I wouldn't have this mental block now.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worse later.
Yep.
Just like me. I have a lot of little short stories I wrote when I was in school that I'm proud of. That I don't know how I did them now.
Mm-hmm.
As if I had that drive in my head. Now I could be writing short films all over the place.
Short films all over the place.
Yeah.
And any writing idea I have in my head is more like a long, complicated novel.
We're too high concept for short films or our own budgets.
I mean, most of my projects go that way. That seems like I bite off more than I can chew because I'm not good at easing my way into things. Practicing, I want to jump straight to the big project, and that sometimes comes back to bite me in the butt.
Speaking of projects, you have a video project that you're working on.
Yeah, still.
You're still, like, you're not basically done with that?
I'm essentially done. I was editing up some of the clips from the vacation, and I didn't know if I should. Ooh. I mean, I should probably get done with my short film just to get it done, even though the vacation is kind of more pressed for time. But yeah, I was gonna rewatch it and kind of try to be a little more critical and think of things, because I did watch it again after the vacation and kind of thought that if I could do more, I probably should.
Yeah, it would be best probably not to spend too much more time on it. Like, if you want to spend another day fixing a few things, that'd probably be fine. But if you're tired of editing it, you should just finish it and start on another one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on starting on another one immediately, or?
I'm planning on starting the process immediately. But that process includes
building
like
sets and stuff.
and cleaning off the table, because the editing of this one took so long that I put a bunch of boxes on my set space, because we have a very small amount of free space in this house, so I have to kind of move stuff aside when I'm filming on the table in the basement, and then put a bunch of crap back on it when I'm not.
Yeah. And there's still that rug and stuff blocking the trash can on the trash can side of the table.
Actually, I think the trash can's first now, and there's just a pile of stuff in the corner.
But
I need to clean that up because it's hard to maneuver around when I'm filming.
Yeah, I really think you should do more videos like that.
Yeah.
They'll probably get better each time.
Mm-hmm.
It's still it's kind of an experimental process you're working on there.
Yeah, which that was part of why I wanted to do this, just to experiment and see what I could do.
Yeah. Which I wanted to have another separate video talking about that whenever you export it, but so we probably won't talk about it too much here. But.
Yeah. Getting off the subject.
Okay, so that's a little very casual look at the making of our short film, Another Space and Time. It was not very planned out. We were just happy to be able to have some sort of idea.
Yep.
Yeah. That was another thing I just thought of that was another reason I kind of scrapped the original idea we had. Because the original idea, I didn't know if it fit well with the mystery requirement. Because that was another thing that I couldn't figure out how to write the dialogue for the character arc, and I couldn't figure out how to make it a mystery.
Yeah.
Even though that one was kind of like a dark, high concept story too, but I just didn't think we could do it in the time given. Still might be something if I get, which I don't want to think about it too much, but if I get some sort of inspiration, I don't know if it'll be something we'll do later or not, but since it is a story idea we have, but
yeah,
maybe it'd be good just to move on.
Yeah, sometimes if something's stressing you out and doing you more harm than good, it's good to just kind of take a break and not overtax yourself.
I need to probably study stories and dialogue more to be more prepared for that sort of thing. But, you know, could use a lot more experience, and that's what I hope to get in the next few months and years.
Yep.
Mom.
What? Okay, we're recording stuff right now.
I don't know if you can hear her. I wonder if you can hear her.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, yep, that's our discussion
Discussion.
about our film Another Space and Time.
Yep.
This is getting repetitive.
Yeah, we're running out of ideas. Not
Yeah, we're just
very
running in
thought through.
circles. Maybe we should move on to something else. How's your day been?
Kinda mellow and fast paced at the same time. Like I didn't really do much, but there's a lot going on around me.
I
So
get it.
yeah, seems like the time was flying at the same time that I was also mildly bored. So
Yeah. I was playing with my new microphone.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Playing with new toys.
I'm sorry. I meant you don't have any new toys.
Well, I'm making.
Oh, you make
I'm making
toys.
toys.
You
Yeah.
make your own toys. I buy my toys.
Yeah. Only your toys serve a purpose in your life. Mine's just kind of an obsessive hobby.
Yeah, and you should document your obsessive hobby. It could be a whole YouTube channel.
I have a plan, hopefully, to do that eventually.
Do you want the camera?
Whenever you got a new camera for yourself.
I mean, if I'm not using my camera now, you could go ahead and use it.
Okay. But then there's the whole trouble of figuring out a YouTube channel. I mean, you seem like you figured it out pretty quick. But...
It'd be a good thing to do when you move the computer down to your room. 'Cause seems like I'm just letting you borrow everything that's mine, which is completely fine.
I'm the youngest. I'm used to most of what I have being hand-me-downs. That way, and it works.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll keep working for you for a while. I wonder if Adobe Premiere would work on that thing or not. Probably would. Yeah, I mean,
Does it have the processing power? Because even I didn't know if it was the software or the computer that's on there now is pretty a little slow if you do too much on it.
I don't know. I've heard what we were using. We were using Cyberlink Power Director. Earlier this year when we first started the YouTube channel, I needed a new editing software because that could handle the footage from the DSLR. Because before Power Director, we were using an old Magix Movie Maker Magix Movie Editor from 2011 or something, and that thing could not handle the DSLR footage at all. It was too slow. And then, so yeah, I paid like $300 for the whole editing suite from Cyberlink, but I think that was not worth $300.
Whoops.
Yeah, so I've heard Cyberlink sluggish though, or Power Director sluggish, so I don't know if Premiere would work better on that computer or not. Could try it.
Yeah.
Because after editing 2 videos on it, I'm starting to like it a lot better than the other one.
That's nice.
Getting excited for learning more on it.
But yeah, I should probably wrap it up.
Yeah. A little bit of a discussion about
Various projects
and what we're doing and what we hope to do in the future. More short films. It's fun. Shake your hand, sir.
Shake your hand.
We completed something.
Yes.
You
Shaking
helped.
hands doesn't make any sound.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Fist bump mine. Ouch. But yeah. So long.
So long.
Peace out.
Peace out.